I want to turn now to the Benghazi story. In an interview last night, Hillary Clinton said she does not appreciate the politicizing of the Benghazi attacks. And when asked if it's one more reason for her not to run, here's what she said.
Is that another reason not to run?
No, actually,
just too much.
Actually, it's more of a reason to run because I do not believe our great country should be playing minor league ball. We ought to be in the majors. And I view this as really apart from, even a diversion from, the hard work that the Congress should be doing about the problems facing our country and the world.
Senator, is this minor league ball?
I don't think the issue of Benghazi is minor league ball. It is four Americans have lost their lives serving our country. We need to investigate it to understand what went wrong so that the people responsible for those decisions can be held accountable and so that we can put in place measures so that it never happens again. That, to me, is a very valid inquiry. The State Department had at its disposal a steady stream of reporting about how dangerous and how much danger that facility in Benghazi was in. It is a that they did not take sufficient security measures, and it is a fact that perhaps they shouldn't have even been there, and it is a fact that they did not have an extraction plan in place that was sufficient. Who made that decision, and is that method of operating still in place now? Because Americans serving in Tripoli, today in Libya, are in similar danger. And I think those are legitimate inquiries, and if she thinks that's not something we should focus on, then perhaps that gives you some insight as to why this happened in the first place.
Well, she has apologized because she said it happened on her watch. I mean, do you hold her personally responsible for the security failure that you cite?
Ultimately, this was a systemic breakdown of the State Department's security apparatus, and she ran the State Department. She should have known of the dangers that existed there. In fact, in a hearing we had here a year and a half ago, I asked her specifically about meetings she had with the Libyan government, in which she was made aware of the fact that many of these militias that were providing some of the perimeter security were unreliable and how dangerous Benghazi had become. The Brits had pulled out of Benghazi, the Red Cross had pulled out of Benghazi, the U.S. facility had already been previously targeted. So not only has she not been held responsible, no one has been held responsible. I believe 4 individuals were suspended with pay. All 4 have returned to work. Who made this decision not to have sufficient security? And are those types of decisions still being made? Those are valid inquiries, and she has to have some level of responsibility, because if she's going to brag about her time at the State Department, she also has to talk openly about their failures.
Senator Rubio, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
A massive Oregon wildfire this